6 years ago, I was sitting in the business classes at my alma mater and didn't have the slightest idea of what was going to happen in my life in the next couple of years. By then, I had successfully buried my own dreams and was getting ready for the traditional path of becoming a consultant or manager. Exactly what is expected of you after studying business, right? At the time, I was in a 6-year relationship, out of which at least 3 years were deeply unfulfilling. It felt like watching some bad soap opera, except this was me and my own life. Luckily for me, I got such a strong wake-up call that I couldn't have ignored it anymore. There was nowhere to hide and nowhere to run. This wake-up call made me question everything in my life. And little by little, and very painfully, it put me on the right path. To the path I've always known was the one I wanted to walk, but was too scared to take the first step. This wake-up call of mine led me to China for 2 years. When I was living in China, I was undertaking quite an intense inner healing journey, and I was facing my own demons, which made me realize that our life calling is something that we all feel deep in our hearts. We can never escape from it, even if we try. I've realized that my life calling has not changed. It's the very same thing that I knew I wanted to do when I was little. There's this quiet inner voice within, telling us, this is what you were born to do, and what really makes you happy. This is what makes your heart beat so fast that your whole body thrills with the excitement. Can you feel it? Your inner voice steadily guides you to the realization of your life purpose. We don't have just one big life purpose. On the contrary, we have many life purposes. One or a couple of them are major ones, while the other are minor life purposes. Therefore, some are more visible than the others, but all are equally valuable. Some can take a form of mastering a graceful quality, such as compassion, love, or patience. Others may lead us to create something that uplifts others, such as a beautiful painting, planting trees, or being a good teacher who positively imprints into students' hearts. Yet the way how we express one life purpose can be very different. Let me give you an example. One of my own unique callings is to go deep into understanding life, which means asking many questions, especially those questions that make other people feel a little uncomfortable. And they give me this look saying, oh, I never thought about it. These questions are my most favorite ones. And I've been asking difficult questions ever since I've learned to speak, often driving adults around me crazy. Because of my purpose to understand the essence of things, I can open people. I can open their hearts and thus connect them with their own inner guidance. But the question is, what does keep us from finding our life purpose? It's our own fears that keep us stuck in unhappy lives. I used to be so concerned about expectations of others. I was scared to say no and to say my own opinion because I knew somewhere deep inside that if I would say what I wanted, everything would have to change. Therefore, my life was built on fears. And I know that this is very similar to what most of us experience at one level or another. We are scared to step up and be visible. Most of all, we don't want to lose approval and love of others. We are afraid that our dearest people in life would not support us, and what worse, that they would not understand us. Therefore, we deny our own wants and feelings, and we exchange them for the approval of society. This is a protective mechanism. It keeps us safe from getting hurt. Thus, it may appear as the smartest decision to play it safe. It makes absolute sense, but the problem is, it will never make you happy. I will tell you one secret. Every single one of you has a life purpose. That's the very reason why you were born. This life calling is unique only to you. It's something that only you can express in your own unique way as no one else could. You weren't born just to go to school, then find a job, get married, have children, and retire. There's much more to life than this. During my life coaching practice, I have encountered 3 common misconceptions that we have about life purpose. Misconception number 1. Following our dreams, life purpose, and being happy is selfish. This is my favorite one because there is nothing further from the truth. The life is so intelligent that it brings everything into harmony. What fulfills one's soul brings some sort of satisfaction, inspiration, or healing also to others. The very gifts you bring to the world are the exact same gifts that someone else is waiting for to be able to share their uniqueness too. In fact, keeping them for yourself is selfish. So don't rob others of your gifts. Selfishness comes from expectations of others. Selfish is when someone else is telling you what you should be doing, and it's something that will make them feel good, but not you. Misconception number 2. We can find happiness in life when we do the same things as others. Comparing yourself to someone else is nothing but a waste of time. It will never make you feel good. Why? Because your life calling is different than anyone else. Although it may appear similar, you express it uniquely to you. Therefore, comparing yourself to others makes it more challenging to discover your own gifts. And even if you would create the same success as someone else, it won't make you happy because you've answered someone else's calling, but not yours. Misconception number 3. Being busy equals doing something important. When we are unhappy, we keep ourselves busy so we cover up what we really feel. This disconnects us even more from finding our life purpose. We keep ourselves busy trying to achieve something at work, school, meeting friends, being on social media, or shopping. Many people fear to be on their own, with their own thoughts and feelings, because they know they would have to face their own inner demons, and that can be scary because you might discover that you want something completely different than what you should want. These are 3 common misconceptions that keep us from finding and living our life purpose. But now, you all want to hear how to know your life purpose, right? If you haven't already got a glimpses from sharing something about my story, I'll make it obvious for you now. You all have life purpose. You don't have to work hard to create it. It's already within you. You can realize it through your feelings. Analyzing and overthinking will only lead you astray. Knowing your purpose begins with feeling the essence of it. And I use the word essence for a good reason. It's usually something abstract, such as a strong sense for clarity, honesty, or opening people. You can connect with this essence through your intuition and feelings. And then you take this essence and you express it in the world in your own unique way, in the way that feels natural for you. Because you are here to embody your own essence. You must act on this essence you feel. That's the key. Don't get lost with the how. Just start right there where you are. It will guide you. You cannot wait before you figure everything out. No one can predict the future and have guarantees in life. This essence that has been always present in your life can be something as abstract as communicating and connecting with people. You may think there is no way how you will ever make a living out of it. But look at Oprah Winfrey, who beautifully communicates and connects with people. She does what she loves. She has brought her deepest essence into her life, and as a result, it's a gift for all of us. You were born with an inner guiding system that tells you whether you are on the right path. It navigates you through your feelings. Whenever you feel joy and lightness in your heart, you know that you are on the right path. When you were little, you were connected to this inner voice all the time. It was effortlessly guiding you day by day. There was a moment when no matter who said what or what was happening around you, you knew that everything will be alright, and that you will experience all these amazing things that you've ever wanted. Can you feel it in your heart now? Let me give you 3 questions that will help you to recognize your life purpose. Question number 1. What can you not imagine living without? Question number 2. What are the most natural ways for you to express this essence into your life? Question number 3. What is your biggest fear? Why is she asking me about my biggest fear, you may think? Your biggest fear is the key to the embodiment of your life purpose. Let me give you an example. Everyone knows Mahatma Gandhi, who was one of the greatest souls. What may not be such a well-known fact about him is that he was afraid to speak publicly. This surely made his life mission more challenging before he overcame this fear. It sounds surprising that he would have such a fear, but in reality, this is very common. Your fear is connected to your life purpose, and it points out the ways you can express it. We can use fear as an indicator of what we need to face, so we allow ourselves to fully embody our own essence. You've had some challenges in your life that were meant to help you to face your fears, so you better understand and act on your life calling. The journey, often tough, is supposed to wake us up to our life calling. Sometimes you have to take a detour and experience unpleasant moments. Sometimes this is the most loving and fastest way for the life to take you back on the right track. There is a life force working through every single one of you. It wants to be expressed and live through you in the most natural way. You are supposed to collaborate with this power, to feel it and express it. You know your life purpose by allowing yourself to connect with your feelings. Be honest about what you want and feel, at least for yourself. Ask yourself difficult questions, for they will open you up to the realization of what you want more than anything. The outside world can be very loud at times. It tells us who we should be, how we should dress, what we should think and talk. We all know this very well, regardless where we come from. No, it isn't a problem that you wouldn't know what the world wants from you. Not at all. But the real question is, what do you want? Do you also allow yourself to listen to your heart? Knowing what you want, and then little by little taking an inspired action is the only thing that will make you feel fulfilled. And even when challenges happen, and they will, you know why you walk this path. This is your life calling. Be real to yourself. Don't betray your own dreams, since for them you have experienced everything what you've been through and everything what you will ever be through. Don't look for the comfortable. Look for the real. Who are you? What is the story you want to share with the world? Be the co-creator of life. Now is your time. Thank you.